This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Beat the Duopoly Forum. My name is Tracy. I will be serving as, I guess, the moderator. We're going to share my screen, but first, before I get started, having everybody introduce themselves and telling where they're from, I want to remind you this video will not be available in its entire format. You're going to have to be a Patreon to get the entire thing. Of course, my guests will get the video privately, but to be a Patreon, go to my website, tracymediallc.com, and the links are there. So I want to talk about why I did this panel, and then kind of get into what we're going to do, and we'll have everybody introduce themselves and then tell them what we're going to do. So I decided to do this panel because the two-party system makes me sick. It literally, it's frustrating to see people being fooled by it, especially when you tell them the truth. It's like you present them the truth and they still insist on voting for, quote, the lesser of two evils. So I'm like, well, what can I do? So I said, I'm going to create a podcast. I'm going to interview third-party candidates. I'm going to get them out there. Now, I haven't had a whole lot of luck getting some, but we'll address that a little bit later at the end. So this forum is going to be an overall discussion, just a generality. We'll all discuss our ideas. We may agree with each other. We may disagree with each other. So I will start to my right, have Athena introduce herself first, and then we'll go with OC, then Philip, then Sarah, Kiko, and then Mickey. That's how we'll introduce ourselves. So Athena, oh, and remember, tell where you're from, if you're representing the organization, and then go from there.
Okay. My name's Athena Mason. I am part of the, group individually representing People's Party of Texas. I'm in Dallas, Texas, and we just had our founding convention this year. Just literally within this past month, became a nonprofit corporation. So very slowly, we're trying to become a new major party in Texas. And that's all that's all I'll introduce myself for now.
Okay, thank you. OC, you're next.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is OC or Osita, whatever you want to call me. I am the vice chair of the People's Party of Texas, but I'm not here to speak for exactly every single member. I'm just here representing in my own individual capacity, but still want to. I'm still here to shout out People's Party of Texas while I'm here, but I'm the vice chair. We're an organization focused on community aid and I don't want to say electoral reform, just let's say electoral just say electoral in general. There's a lot of work that needs to be done just in that space. So yeah, I'm in Dallas, North Texas. We're new. We just filed to sorry my dog. We just filed to officially be a 527 political party, and we're excited to partner with other organizations in the area to help the community and to build networks and to hopefully get some, shine and love to independent candidates and, run an independent candidate soon. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I think I said Sarah was, or was it Philip was next? Whichever one of you want to go next.
I'll go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tracy. Thank you for having us on and putting this together and working to break up the duopoly. I am Phil Fuhrer. I'm state chair of the Independence Alliance here in Minnesota. I'm also co-national vice chair for the Alliance Party. Been working in the alternative politics, third-party politics domain for now 27 years. And, one of the things you've got to do to break up the duopoly is stay with it. You got to keep working it and keep moving forward and keep trying to break it up. So thank you for having us on, and I look forward to the discussion.
Now, Sarah.
Yes, my name is Sarah Work, and I'm actually running for South Carolina State Treasurer under the Alliance Party banner in South Carolina. And in addition to that, I am actually the party state chair, or not state treasurer for the Alliance Party in South Carolina. So using my CPA and many different little facets of the political spectrum here. So there's the option to run as a double candidate, like you can run as a Democrat or a Republican and a third party candidate. This is the last year you can do that in South Carolina. And honestly, I'm kind of excited that it's going away because I think it confuses people. But I think that unfortunately with that going away, it usually takes some bigger names, mainstream candidates away from third party candidates. So anyway, this is kind of what like a introduction as to what's going down here in South Carolina.
Okay, Kiko, you are next. And notice I said Kiko. I got it right this time.
That's good. Hello, comrades. My name is Jerry Scruggs, but I do prefer Kiko. My background is in foreign languages and literatures. I recently obtained my PhD in Spanish at University of Tennessee, Knoxville. And so languages and culture are basically my life, but I have a strong interest in politics. I always have had a strong interest in politics. And so that's the reason why I created my podcast, Kiko's Free Thinkers Forum, as a way to promote anti-establishment candidates, third-party, independent people. I don't have a lot of hope in the electoral system, but I do believe that giving people information so they can make their own decisions is the best way to kind of go about it. And so we talk about a lot of things, Julian Assange, very specific issues, because I think we argue a lot about back and forth, the two-party system, but there are ways I think it's just a matter of just getting information out to people and kind of making a smarter populace so we don't have these situations to where people are voting out of fear and they can vote for their own principles.
Okay, last but not least, my friend Mickey.
My name is Mickey. I live in far northern New York, in the boonies, in a solid red area. I've been supporting third parties since Ralph Nader. I don't belong to any organizations, and I'm not physically active anymore because I physically can't be. But I support third parties as much as I can.
Okay, everybody, again, thank you so much for doing this. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen again. And audience, please know that I'm trying to still learn Zoom. So if you see something you shouldn't see, just take it in stride and just know that I'm trying my best here. So we're going to kind of go over what we're going to do today. And of course, there you go right there. Okay, so can everybody see that beautiful screen that I just created this morning? Okay, so of course, this is the Beat the Duopoly. So we're going to talk about some of these general things. And of course, this is why I called it tentative, because I just thought of something I didn't include, and I want to talk about it first. I want to talk about why even have a party, why we know the two-system party, like the two systems is horrible. The public knows it, but yet the public still votes for the duopoly for some reason, and I still can't understand why the third option is better. I want to have a discussion on, do we even need parties? There's been a growing concern among some people that we don't even need political parties. I tend to disagree with that, but that's my opinion. We know the issues. We'll take a break. Then we'll start talking about effectively running campaigns. I want to talk about why we can't be our own campaign managers, how we need to recruit volunteers. Yes, you need money. And then I'm going to reveal the best idea I think I've ever heard about third-party politics. And then we'll lastly talk about, yes, you can win. And of course, this is tentative. So if we teeter off into other subjects, that is perfectly fine. So again, the first topic, hold on. I just had some more I wanted to share there and I forgot about it. So we're going to go right back to that sharing. And at the end, we'll talk about what are the next steps? An organization that recruits and trains people to run for office, act blue, but for third-party candidates. Do we continue to meet? A Facebook group. So who wants to be on the Tracy Show? So we'll talk about all of those things. And since I know it's Saturday, I'm going to try to be as brief as possible. So I'm not doing that in any particular order. I may just jump around because I tend to do that. So of course, the first topic I want to talk about is coming up here in just a moment, is why even have a third party? What's the point of a third party? What would you tell somebody, like, what would you tell John Q. Public about why even start, like you guys in Texas, you started a party. Why even start that party? Why not just, run as Republicans or run as Democrats and try to change the system within? Why not go that way as opposed to just, okay, I'm going to start this new organization? Oh, and anybody can jump in when I ask the question.
Well, I'll start off because I'm running as a third party. Well, I wouldn't say it's a third party candidate. I'd say I'm running as a candidate for a party that's outside the norm, outside Democrats or Republicans. I'm running for the Alliance Party. And the reason I'm running this as an Alliance Party candidate is because I kind of wanted the freedoms that the Alliance Party gives me in running my own campaign. There's no judgment about what I'm doing as long as I'm within the pretext of their contract. Basically, it's a contract that I have with them to run as an Alliance Party candidate. So I'm running an open, transparent, ethical campaign. And as long as I stay within those bounds and adhere to if I become elected, adhere to the rule that I only serve 3 terms in office as an Alliance Party candidate, then really how I run my campaign is up to me. Or, I don't have a campaign manager, it's just me. And I noticed that you said that
I'm going to talk about it. I'm definitely going to talk about
I'm looking for
not a good idea.
I'm looking forward to that. So but for me, it's the freedom to run the campaign the way I want. I don't have to be at like these mega events. I can meet with people in their own space. I feel that I can attract people from the middle, or even people who feel like they've been disenfranchised by, the two-party, like the duopoly. The problem is that it doesn't come with the dollars. The issue is that it doesn't come with the money needed. And even candidates who run for the traditional parties are having similar issues raising money, especially if they're in a majority state, either on one way or the other. We'll get to the money issue later too as well, but it's one of the reason I'm running as an independent party candidate as under the Alliance Party banner is because the office I'm running for, I think, should have an independent minded person in it. As state treasurer, what does it matter? You're not implementing legislation that would influence people one way or the other. You're basically following the state law and the requirements of your office. There's nothing that's really political about that. So that's biggest reason is that political freedom in so many different ways.
Hello, this is Tracy, and I want to let you know that the video that you just watched is just a snippet. And to see the whole wonderful episode, you need to be a Patreon. The link to be a Patreon is in the description section. Please check it out and please support. We need as much support as possible. Remember, you can always subscribe to our page and be notified when we get new videos. But if you want to see the whole video in its entirety, unedited, just off the cuff, no filters, no anything, be a Patreon. You can start as low as just $1 per month or $5 per month. We'll start to have polls. Sometimes I'll drop into the Patreon once we get a couple more members. But again, I just want to encourage you to support us on the Patreon. The link is in the description, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.